new here, my name is Louise. My channel is a haul most Saturdays. Trying to remember everything. I don't have a script, so you have to bear with me. I am all over the place. I am somebody that does talk a lot. My hauls on a Saturday are always my main shopping haul. I do upload in between whatever's going on in my life at the time, or if I think something's interesting, or if I'm going to do something, if I'm just having a bad day and I need to chat, whatever it is, it will be up. There's no set schedule to those things. It's just as and when. There was supposed to be a video last week that didn't happen. It was supposed to be a Poundland haul. It just didn't happen. I'm not going to give you any stupid excuses, whether it just didn't happen. It was just one of those things. I had intentions, it just didn't happen. If you enjoy somebody that does talk a lot, somebody that is not going to hide things, I've already had a little bit of a cry for no reason, literally no reason, and I was going to leave it all in, but then it just went, my brain went, and it was just ugh. So this is now recording number 4, just to do my intro. Have I got everything? If you enjoy somebody that just talks about a lot and talks rubbish, subscribe down below if you want to be part of our YouTube family. We are a lovely group here, mainly. There's a few things have crept in there, but that's fine, we ignore those. What else am I supposed to say? Comment down below. I do enjoy your comments. I have not been responding to comments at the moment. That is mainly just because of my emotional state of mind right now. I overthink everything and I can't find the words to respond, but I am paying attention to everything you comment down below. If there's things I feel I need to address, I will address them via my video rather than comment at the moment. When I feel up to it, I will start commenting back. That's something that I was very strict on for myself, is like comment on everything. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give me a like if you fancy doing that as well. So we are on a £60 budget every week. I did attempt a different video last week. I went to a different shop for my main shop. I always mainly shop in Asda, and then, you know, if I happen to be able to get to another shop, I might just top up things, that sort of stuff. But I thought I would just try a full shop in Aldi. I may have got my names wrong. Last week, it's Aldi and Asda. How close are them? And I had to try and keep, and I kept getting it wrong. So Asda is my main shop. Aldi is the one I tried last week. There was some products in Aldi that were good prices, and there was some products we enjoyed, but I didn't enjoy the total experience of it, and I didn't find it beneficial for me. I also would have to cab it or get a lift there and back, which I just think is a waste of money. If I have shops that I can walk to, I will do that, hence the reason we're back to Asda. Felt a lot more comfortable being back in my shop. I know there's a lot of people saying that Asda is way more expensive. It really does depend on the type of items you're buying, you know, because you've got different stages of, you know, like the essential low grade and the next grade up, and then you've got brands, and so it depends how you shop, what type of food you're purchasing. I find it works better for me. I do like to pop into other shops in between as well, because sometimes they have better prices on certain products, and if I can do that, I'll do that. So I actually went to Asda and Iceland. I only went into Iceland to look for one specific item. I came out with a few, but that's fine. So £60 is our budget every week. I actually went right up there again this week. So Aldi was the first shop where I've gone really close to my budget. I'm usually hitting like £30 or £40. I've gone right up there again today. I did buy a few things that I've stocked up with that I wouldn't necessarily buy, some things that were bargains, so I got multiples of them, because then later on that saves you money. So I've got my numbers down there. So we went to Asda. Let's get me numbers. Okay, so Asda, I've got paid £44.63 in there, and £6.50 in Iceland. So that came to £58.39. So we're really close to budget again. I will give you prices of everything as we go along, because I always do that, because, you know, it'll help you if you're planning a food shop and you didn't know about certain products. It can't hurt, can it? So if you add it up as you go along, you will not come to the same total that I have. The reason being is I always donate, or I say always donate. I always donate 3 items. There's no reason to the 3, so don't even ask. There literally isn't. 3 items every week. I didn't last week in Aldi because they didn't have an option of donating and putting in any, like, there wasn't a donation spot in Aldi. Don't know if that's all Aldi's or just that Aldi that I went to. Asda does have a donation spot. The reason I only do it when that happens is because if I buy items for food banks or anything and I have to bring it home, it's just going to end up sitting around the house for weeks upon weeks before I actually remember to take it to wherever it needs to go. So we was back in Asda, so I could do that. I picked up 3 items this week. I thought I was going to remember them. So there was a tin of beans, there was a tin of spaghetti loops, oh, and there was a packet of chocolate wafers. Random, there's no reason or rhyme to anything that I purchase, it just whatever takes my fancy at the time. So those are the 3 things that I donated. So you know, the total, if you add it all up, won't come to the numbers that I've given you, but pretty close to it. What else? Was that it? I feel like that was it. The shop was fine. There was no bread, like the whole bread, when I say bread, not just like loaves of bread, like any bread products, like I said like a lot there, didn't I? Crumpets, muffins, croissants, that whole aisle had just a few dotted up, nothing that I particularly wanted, so I'll just have to pick up a loaf of bread. I even went over to the bakery, they didn't have any there either, so I don't know what that's about. It could have been just they didn't get their delivery in and they hadn't had a chance to get it out. Could have been anything like that. I do shop, I'm actually recording on Friday, so I shop straight from work on a Friday, so I do go into the shop early. I would have got in there probably like 9:20-ish. So I usually shop in a time that's pretty good for stock, like they've usually got their stock out at that point. I feel like there was another area that was fairly empty, but I can't remember. I didn't get any cheese. Only reason was they didn't have the one I wanted. I get the large block of the Asda one and I get the extra mature, and they only had the mild. I'm just not going to enjoy it. It would be a total waste of money, so we didn't get any. We do have some cheese left over, so it's not a big deal anyway. Bread was the only thing that I really can remember that was noticeably low on. So there was no bread products, which, if you know me, bread products are my thing. It's not a biggie. I have a weekend. So let's do the haul. That's it. Let's do the haul. Right. I always try to remember to do this before, but I always forget until we get to this point. My fruit and vegetables. I don't purchase loads of, I don't get everything every week because I have things left over that's still good. My tomatoes are still good, potatoes I've still got from like 2 weeks ago, they're still good, onions I've still got. If you know, you've been here for a while, you'll know that I would cook fresh food for my dog, so I have a lot of frozen vegetables in the freezer. So if I don't need it, I'm not going to purchase it just to show you those items if I don't need them. This is my real genuine shop. Nothing is bought just for show, because there was a comment about, you know, not having much food. That's the reason. I did mention it, but maybe they didn't catch it. That's fine, whatever. Right, so mushrooms. Not really a particular reason. I just feel like I'm going to add mushrooms into something this week. I'm the only one who's really going to eat them. Corey will eat them if they're cut up very small, but he's not a huge fan. This is a 250 packet. They were all pretty muddy, like proper muddy at the moment. This was the best of the bunch. It's not a biggie, you just have to wipe it off. So that was 60p. Corey is going to have, he's mentioned that he wants a BLT. Obviously I've got to find some bread. He has bacon. I don't eat bacon. I'm not a fan of meat particularly. I do eat meat, I'm just not a fan. So I thought I wouldn't mind having a BLT too. So I'm going to make some fake bacon with aubergine. I have done it before. It's on my channel somewhere a long time ago, I'm sure. Yeah. I was going to say I'll record it, but I don't know whether I will, so I'm not going to say I will, just in case. But it comes out very well. It's really simple to make. Sure, you can Google the recipe if you're interested. If I don't put it up, just slice it. You put the juice, you have to make a juice concoction and put it over the top and grill it. And it comes out really good. I thoroughly enjoy it. 85p for this. So it actually works out cheaper than bacon, but I guess you probably don't get so much. And it doesn't hold. You have to like use it. You know, you can't keep it for days like you can keep bacon in a packet for days. So there's ups and downs to it all, I guess. Asparagus. Corey's really into asparagus. He actually did pick up some asparagus last week to go with his dinner. And these are £1.35 for a bunch, or you can get two for £2. So that's actually not too bad at the moment. I got some garlic. There was a reason when I picked it up. Can I remember it? Probably not. 75p. Now, they did have a packet that had 5 in it, and they were larger than this. It was £2. But the bulb, the whole thing is the bulb, isn't it? I was trying to think of this earlier, and I still don't know the answer because I can't remember it. So the whole thing, is that the bulb? They were larger, but you get 5 of them for £2, or you get 3 smaller ones for 75p. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 of them, but the third one this is the bit I can't remember the names of. You're going to have to put it down below to remind me. Like, I could Google it, but you know, whatever. I'm not that bothered, clearly. I'm going to, well, you break it apart and you take the individual bits out. That's what I can't remember what they're called. The whole thing's the bulb, isn't it? And then the individual bits are cloves. Are they the cloves? Have I got this completely wrong? Whatever it is, I'm going to do that thing. I don't know if you've seen it before, where you take the individual bits out and you put them in the soil and you actually grow 4 bulbs out of each one. And if that works, which I'm not, you know, you see me and my growing skills are rubbish. If it works, and technically I'll have a number of bulbs from this, then I can take one of those bulbs and replant them and then use the other ones. So I wouldn't have to buy garlic ever again if I can get this going. I don't know if I've planted a lot of things and I've grown a lot of leaves and stems, but food is just something I don't really tend to get. I don't know what it is about me and growing things, but I'm still gonna try it. Bought a lettuce. Now the lettuce, can I remember the price? No. 65p for this one. And that's all the freshy bits. I got some coleslaw. Corey and I are really enjoying our coleslaw at the moment. We've only got a little bit from last week left, and if you saw that one, you know, we got a good chunk of coleslaw. That flavoured one from Aldi is amazing, really good. They don't do the flavoured ones in Asda. That's the only thing. I mean, they do the creamier ones, and I think they do a cheese one. Quite expensive, but we really enjoy this one though. This is 45p for 300 grams. So we bought 2 of them because we're getting through a lot. So we got 600 grams for 90p, which is actually really good. I picked up 1 instant coffee. Actually getting low on this. So this is my only backup one. I've got 1 on the go, and then this. So I'm going to pick up a few more next week if I don't get so close to budget. I was freaking out again. 83p for this one. It's a basic coffee, but it's not bitter. It's really nice. I thoroughly enjoy this one. Needed a margarine. Now I had a look at them. That was another thing. They weren't out. There was selection, but they were gappy. The one I would get before was £1.50 instead of £1. This is £1.10. I did look at prices, and this was the cheapest option that I could find out of the options they had. Don't know if I've tried this one before or not. We don't get through a lot of margarine normally, so yeah, I don't know if this is any good or not. I've never tried it before, but it's £1.10, so it's actually not a bad price. I picked up the slices. Corey and I did enjoy getting the slices last week. This is actually £2.50. Am I going to remember the deal price? £2.50 for 1, or I think you get 2 for £4.50. Yeah, £4.50 for 2. So you're saving 25p a pack. If you wanted 2 packs, that's great. I'm not sure I'm going to be buying them again for a while. I don't know. I feel like I should have got it now and frozen one. Wasn't thinking. Too late now. Anyway, £2.50 for 1. This is £1.95 for the bacon for Corey's BLT this week. Let's go up here. So I've got the tuna chunk in brine. This is 55p for a can. I've always mentioned this is really good. It is, I've been buying this for years. I've only once ever had 1 bone in it. There's never any scales in it. So, I mean, the amount of these tins we've gone through, that's really good. They're decent chunks. Thoroughly enjoy them. I got 1 tin of spaghetti loops. This is the 16p one. I've gone through all the range of them now, and this is my favourite. Hence the reason that I buy it. I get cheap products. I'm never going to buy cheap if I don't like them though. I realised we was out of beans, so I thought I'd get 4 of them, and they're 27p a can. They've changed them from when I used to get them. I stopped getting them because the ratio of beans to juice was really bad. You get like half a tin of juice, but now you don't. You get a full tin of beans with the juice. It's a really good product. Tastes really nice as well. Corey's really into his yogurts. He asked for these ones. Don't think he realised I was going to get so many. So We have 3 strawberry, 3 banana and custard, 2 toffee, 1 rhubarb and 1 cinnamon bun flavour yoghurt. Now we've never tried this one. This is a limited edition. We've never tried the rhubarb. Corey says he's not a fan of rhubarb too much, but he wants to try it. So I only got 1 each of those. The rhubarb and the cinnamon bun are 80p. All the rest are 70p. But if you buy 10 of them, you get them for £4. So you're only paying 40p for a pot, which is a really, really good deal. These are the Mullers and they're really good. We've tried all these flavours before. Very, very nice. Corey did ask for these. These are like the corners, as in you get like part of a yoghurt and then the bits that you put in with it, like the corners he had the other week. But these are the Cadbury's and they were 75p each, or 3 for £2. So I got him a mini eggs, buttons and a flake. They were the only flavours they had. Pot noodles, I picked up 3 this week. They are 70p each, which is a really good deal. I only ever buy the pot noodles when they're on a deal. They haven't been for a few weeks, so we've gotten through the ones we did have. So I got a chicken, a mushroom, a Chinese chow mein and a sweet and sour. This is my favourite. The sweet and sour is really, really good. It's really good sweet and sour taste. I need to get some vegetable oil. I don't actually go through much vegetable oil. I usually use a spray. I'm not a fan of a lot of oil in my foods. I don't like the texture of it, which is really weird, because if I ever have a fry up, fried slice is my favourite. It's literally bread dripping in vegetable oil, but generally it's not a texture I enjoy. So we don't get through a lot of this. This one was £2. I can't tell you whether that, I can't remember the last time I purchased it, how much it was. It's been so long for me to remember. Corey's Coke is £2.30 for a 1.75 litre. He wanted some mac and cheese. This is like, he enjoys this one. We usually have one in the cupboard, but we realised the other day, because he fancied something, that we didn't have any. £1.10 for that. It's not the best price. I think you can get it cheaper in Home Bargains, but when I was in there last I didn't even think of purchasing it, or they didn't have it, because usually when I see it I'd pick it up, because it used to be like 79p in there. I don't know now, like I said, price increases, you never know prices of anything now, do you? Chocolate digestives just to go in the cupboard. I just want to keep stocked up with snacky foods. Yeah, so 85p for that. Pasta, this is Corey's favourite one, the tubes. This is one he really enjoys. I have some pasta of different shapes in the cupboard that I bought ages ago, because I don't always want this, but I really don't eat pasta enough that they've even got used yet. This is 41p. This is Corey and my favourite seasoning of all time. We don't just have it with Mexican. Corey puts this on everything, like he puts it on his chips and everything. It's a lot of money now. It's only a little packet. It's a 35 gram and it's £1.10. This is the smoky barbecue one. It is really, really nice. We thoroughly enjoy it. It's just a shame that the price has gone up, and I can't find a knockoff of this. The smoky barbecue, that's the bit I can find for heat or seasoning mixes and stuff, but it's the barbecue bit that we like, and I can't find one anywhere. So if anybody has seen one, let me know. I'd be interested to try other makes, and if it's a saving price, even better. Now the Kit Kats, I would only ever buy Kit Kats if they were on a pound deal. Gone are those days. They are really expensive now. The deal you would only ever get, I think, is £1.50. Again, correct me if I'm wrong if you've seen them anywhere else. Cheaper than that, but in Asda, I think £1.50 seems to be the cheapest price for it. I want to get some snacks that are in their own packets, because I'm going to have a snack box, I've decided. Just because when I do buy these snacks, they don't have a home, so they end up all over the kitchen, in the hallway. It's weird, and I just want them all in one spot. So I wanted individual ones so they can store them differently. I'll explain that in the pound store haul when it happens. I'll explain it all then. So this is £1.50 for 9 Kit Kats. I do enjoy Kit Kat. I saw this advertised the longest time ago, and I keep looking and they didn't have it, because they kept saying, oh, Asda's got them, but my Asda didn't have them. They finally got them. These are the Burger King flame grilled Whopper flavour nachos. Now, Corey and I was going to have Mexican last week. We didn't end up doing Mexican because, a lot of the time I'll tell you reasons I bought food was for specific meal ideas. Doesn't mean we're necessarily going to have them, because we change our mind very regular. But at some point we will, and I wanted to do some nachos with it as well. You've got to give it a go if it's a different flavour. And I was thinking, worst case scenario, they're going to taste like the steak ones, which we enjoy anyway, so it's not a big deal. I did pay full price for it. All the Doritos are full price at the moment. They're not really going to go much cheaper either. Like, I think the deal price would be £1.50 now. They're $1.75, so it's a lot of money. But sometimes, you know, new things, you just want to try them, don't you? And I just got excited I found them. So hopefully they'll be good. Don't need the crisps. As you saw, I bought the 30 pack from Aldi last week. But Asda regularly doesn't have these ones, and these are the ones we like. We're not a fan of the meaty flavoured ones. This is £3.35 for 24 pack. There's 6 prawn cocktails, 6 cheese and onions, 6 salt of vinegar and 6 ready salted. We thoroughly enjoy having crisps in the house at all times. It's a texture thing. I like putting crisps with a lot of different meals. I'm not justifying my food choices. I like having crisps in the house at all times, and the fact that they regularly don't have them, I just thought pick them up whilst they're there, and if they ain't got them next week, it won't be a big deal. I got high strength vitamin D. I have a range of tablets that I have to take just to literally make, that's not focusing at all, is it? Just to literally make me be able to function each day. You know, being in England, most of us are actually vitamin D deficient without even knowing it, because we don't see the sun enough. And also a lot of fibro sufferers or warriors, or whatever you want to call it, a lot of people with fibro also have issues with a lot of different vitamins. The D is very important for me, and I'm running out by the end of the next week, so I picked up a packet. This is actually £2.50 for 180 tablets. They are on a deal. Buy 3 get for the price of 2, so I would have paid £5 for a lot more tablets, but 180 tablets, I only take 1 a day. Didn't really need it. Didn't need shampoo at the moment. I don't get through a lot of shampoo. I wash my hair maybe 3 times a week, and I don't use lots of the shampoo. I don't find I need a lot of shampoo, but Head and Shoulders is my favourite one, and it's the plain one that I like. This is the plain one. This was on the reduced thingy, so it's really nice. You know, it's like a metal, and it's the pump action, which is really good, because most of the time when I'm washing my hair, I just shove my head over the sink, over the bath, and do it that way, because it's too much effort for me to shower that many times a week. I do wash myself and all that sort of stuff. I'm not dirty. It's just I don't do a quickie shower. If I'm getting in the shower, I'm doing the works, because it's such an effort. That was unnecessary information, I know. So, Head and Shoulders is my favourite. This is going to last ages. Now, this is a 430ml bottle, and it was £2.68. If you just buy the normal bottle, it's 250 mils, so you're getting way more in this for £3, which is already more than this. So I picked up 2 of them. I love the fact that it's pump action as well, because like I said, when you shower over, you're holding onto the shower. Really, I have to put the shower down, then it goes everywhere, you know, all that sort of stuff, because you need 2 hands out of the bowl. This, I won't need 2 hands. I was quite excited about it. So yes, I picked up 2 of those, so that bumped the shopping bill up. But again, now I'm not going to have to buy shampoo for the longest time. This is something else that I'm not going to have to buy for the longest time. I do like Flash. It is my favourite product to use anyway. These were 50p. It's a Sugar Plum Delight limited edition. 50p. Like, that's really good. And this is the big bowl. So I did clear the shelf. There was only 4 on the shelf. Don't care if people have an issue with the fact that I cleared the shelf. I am tired of being that person that allows everybody else, and then I end up suffering in the long run. I am on a budget, the same as the next person. So I cleared the shelf. 4 of them is going to last me a long time, because I tend not to use it too often. It's just wiping the work surfaces over mainly when I use it, or extra jobs. But a lot of the time I use washing up liquid for a lot of things as well. So these are actually going to last me a long time. And now I'm not going to have to buy this type of product for a long time. And hopefully before this lot runs out, I'll find another deal and get a stock up of that. That's the way we work here, to try and save money. Stuffed crust, barbecue chicken and bacon pizza. This is £2.60. It's really, really good. If you haven't tried it before, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've only like had one slice of one ever, and that was literally to try it so I could tell you what it was like, because this is what Corey will eat after work at some point. And the cheapy pizza as well, he's now getting in a habit of putting a few more pepperonis on it and some bacon. That wasn't the thing before. 75p for this one. It's the same as the Aldi one basically. And that, no, was it? Oh no, this one I got in there as well. I couldn't remember what I got in there. I got this one in as, this is ridiculous. So they're trying to encourage us not to eat meat, but they put the veggie products, the meat alternative products, to a more expensive price than meat products. Makes no sense. £2.50 for 8 sausages. It's disgusting. But I really, really do fancy a fry up. I've mentioned it with the oil, so clearly I've got it in my head. I fancy a fry up at some point. So I need to have sausages with it. I'm gonna say I don't need to. I can have whatever I want, but I wanted them. £2.50 though. I really, really stood there for a while. But a lot of the veggie sausages, I'm not a fan of a lot of them. Corn is my favourite veggie alternative products. That was all of the Asda. I went into Iceland for curly fries, because in Asda the chips are disgustingly priced. I did buy curly fries for Corey last week and he's thoroughly enjoyed them. So we're hoping these are going to be close to that. I have to get the other receipt. Prices are going to be more than Aldi as far as the chips are concerned, because where I can get to in town, they all are. It's just, you know, some things are cheaper in other places. These are £2.50. I'm sure it's more than £2 but less than £2.50. I'm sure the curly fries last time. I can't remember the weight, so there's no point in telling you the weight, because you're not, well, you might want to know the weight, but it's not as a comparison. It's a £7.50 bag for £2.50. That's a lot of money, but he really, really did enjoy it, and we're still under budget. I picked up normal chips. These are the crinkle ones, and this is a 900g bag for £1. Now I did see some larger bags at £2.50, but look at the weights, because this is a 900g for £1. The other one was £2.50 and it was a 1500g. So if you've got 2 of these, you would have saved 50p and had 300g more. So you do need to look at weights and things. Never assume that these companies are doing you a favour anymore. It's not like they used to, where it would be like, buy a larger bag, save a bit of money. No, they're not doing that. They're done with this. They don't care anymore. I picked up the pizza subs. As I've mentioned before, I won't buy these in Asda because they charge 50p more from the cheesy one to the pepperoni one, just for a few pepperonis, and it's not 50p worth there. But in Iceland, these are £1 still. So I know Corey enjoys those. And I didn't buy any chicken products this week. This was the only one he's got. This is chicken breast fries, and they're cheesy ones. I think the cheese, let me read it. Did I read it? I can't even remember. So judging from the picture though, there's like larger clumps. So I'm assuming there's cheese in the batter and chicken inside. Just thought it would be something a little bit different. Did we look at the weight? It's a 320 grams and it was £2. Yeah, not great, not bad, but it's cheesy, so it's a little bit different. So that was our shopping haul this week. I hope the prices have helped out a little bit. Trying to remember back to everything I've just said. I mean, I'm not going to remember all of it properly. I feel like maybe I got on the defensive a little bit somewhere in there, trying to explain my choices, or yeah, I did. I just remembered now. It was with the clearing the shelf. It's my state of mind right now. Honestly, not. I don't care what your opinions are. Like. Oh, that sounded terrible. I didn't mean it the way that sounded. Like, you know, people are going to always have an issue with what you do. No matter what you do, they will have an issue. And I'm on social media. I come on here fully knowing that. So I have to not feed into that. And I did, but I'm not going to go back and record everything or record sections because it would get me too confused. The only reason that I've got on the defensive is because I'm going through a lot at the moment, and emotionally I guess I just fed into something there for a moment. So, you know, you don't have to worry, like, don't come on and say it's okay, Louise, you don't have to justify it. I know that. And it was just, as it's happened, I just realised what I did, and I shouldn't do that, because everyone's going to have an opinion. Some people are going to be with you, some people are going to be against you, some people are just going to want to antagonise you, and that's just life. So don't worry, I'm okay. Like, so I feel like I've talked a lot of crap, as I usually do. I'm going to try my best to do some more recording. I feel like maybe I need to explain what I'm going through at the moment. Not that it's going to make a lot of sense, because it doesn't to me. There's a couple of things I do want to do. I do want to get the pound down video up. I want to start doing some planting as a distraction to myself, because I don't really want to do anything. So trying my best. It's hard to actually get things in my head, like even can't think of the right wording. It's hard for me to even grasp onto anything that I actually want to do, because I don't want to do anything. So I thought, well, I'm going to try and plant something and grow our own food. If nothing else, if I can just grow one item this year, I will be so much more advanced than I was last year, because nothing happened. I've still got peppers there. That is literally just leaves. No peppers. I got strawberries. Maybe the strawberry's not quite dead. It's not quite alive. I don't need the in between. Maybe we can save and get strawberries this year, because strawberries you can't do. I'm going on. This is a whole video. I need to shut up and do another video. So I'm going to stop now talking about that. So you are watching this on Saturday, aren't you? I hope you've had a lovely Saturday. I am sending out good vibes, as I always do. I hope some of you are catching them, and I will see you in the next one. We will have a good chat. Bye.